For today, we're going to check things out with a step stool. So this is what I use. I use two in the studio. This is an IKEA step stool, and I also use one from Amazon. They're both the same, similar. They're 9 inches off the ground. That's what matters. They're a step stool. They can hold weight. Just check out the weight restrictions for yourself if you need to. So there's lots of things you can do on this. Obviously, it's designed to be able to step on and do stuff, blump, 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 and then come down. But we can use different movements of stepping on, stepping over, stepping around, even sitting on it. But for now, what we're going to do is we're going to start off with just kind of getting to know it, getting to feel it, and the height that your foot needs to step up to step onto here. So we're going to do this thing called straddling it. You're standing over top of it, not in front so much, but standing almost that your heels are at the back edge of the stool, because what we're going to do is I'm going to start with my left leg. I'm going to lean into it, and I'm going to tap back on down. So I'm shifting and lifting, shifting my body weight and lifting my leg. This is a complex movement because you have a speed from which you're going side to side. You're pushing off, and you're not going too much where you would fall. You're aware of yourself in space. Plus, you have to be able to lift that leg 9 inches up, right? What's that calculation mean in your brain? I don't know, but you get used to where that is. You get that feeling, and you're tapping. So to me, tapping is a pressure. It's not a speed. Pressure. Just tap and go back. One more. Okay, so let's see what it feels like on the other side. Remember what it is you're doing. Review that. Okay, I'm going to lean into this leg, and then I'm going to shift and lift and tap. Oh, there's the target. I'd like to say it's a conversation, and it kind of is, but your brain, your mind is doing some talking, listening to your body. Your body is talking, just in a different way. So you're listening to feedback, so you can feed forward to your next move. Again, just that tap, that shift and lift. How does that foot and ankle receive that load? That load is you. And push off. Just nice and easy. So let's do one more. Okay, so we're going to do a little bit of a shifting where we put a foot up. So I'm going to put my right foot up. My left foot is back in a little bit of an angle. And the premise of this is to take, we're not stepping all the way up. We're going to go just little baby steps, which is sometimes a little harder. When you go slower, it's more challenging. And slow is always good for your nervous system because you're training that. So this is what you're doing. Your weight is on the standing leg, and you're shifting. And you're going to let that heel come off, right? Eventually, we're going to go up a little bit more, but how do you shift your weight over this leg, this foot that's on the stool? You're angling yourself. A real important piece is how you're hip hinging. You're pushing your butt back to be able to handle that. That means you're going to pitch yourself forward a little bit, and you're handling that distribution of your weight. Now, how about can you lift that foot off? Remember, I said this is harder because you're really not letting your knee go into a fuller range of movement. You're just really letting that knee hold you. Experimenting with this before we go up in height, which we're actually not going to do today. Let's do one more. Okay, so before we switch sides, I like to always come back to a neutral place to just bring the body back to an evenness back home. And for this, we're just doing some shoulder rolls going backwards. Just shoulder rolls, nice and easy. Just let the feet be evenly on the ground. One more. All right, so let's do that same thing here. The other foot up. You have a good separation here. And I advise to not always look down, but do get an idea of where you're starting. And then feeling steps along the way. We're not going into full. Safety is always of utmost importance. And also what's important is that what happens with you, what you feel, what you know about yourself, overrides what I say. With this shifting, coming off of that foot, and then how about if I'm going to let that leg come off? Okay, well, how's that feel here? Being curious and noticing. It's a big one. And again, the speed and the ease may come with practice. Let's do one more. Okay, so we're going to do a little step over here. And the step over that we're doing, let's go 2 feet. So you are to the side of the stool. We're going to take the leg closest. You're going to step over. And this leg's coming over. So you need room. You need space. You need just to be able to play with, how am I doing this? You need to be able to lift this leg up to have it in the air, right? When it's in the air, there's 1 foot on the floor, right? That's balance. That's body awareness, right? You learn so much about yourself and how you are and the challenges, not trying to carry these old stories around with yourself of what you know, which is strong, which is weak, which is better, which is worse. You get information coming in. So this is really nice for the hips, the balance coordination, all of that stuff that's meaningful in all movements that we do. One more back. And I think that's going to be it for today, just as a little lesson of what it is like using the stool. I hope you enjoyed it.